So what exactly is the game plan for you guys coming up Saturday night? I know you had a good camp, you had some good sparring going on and everything.
I like that. I can see myself.
Yeah.
The game plan.
Look like Shaft.
Double jab, right hand.
He went there on me.
I'm straight.
70s, baby.
Double jab,
he
straight.
went there on me. We doing what?
Oh, my.
It's a double jab and a straight right?
Right hand.
Okay. We're using a double jab. We're going to use the double jab and a straight right hand. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bust his ass. Yeah. That's my medicine. That's Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
That's the best Eddie Murphy. Camp was good. Sparring was good.
You know what? If there was one thing about the camp that I wasn't, thrilled, happy about, and I keep that real. People ask the same question all the time. They say, how was the camp? And then you get the same answer. The camp was great. Everybody say that, right? Nah. The one thing was we didn't get the sparring that I really wanted. We got sparring, no doubt. But the guy we're fighting, we needed more.
Is that because they wasn't available, the people that you wanted?
I got some things. Okay, put it this way. I wanted some more high-level guys who could switch. I only had one really good one, and he was good at it, but he was lighter in weight. So he's only like 145 pounds, But he was really good at it. He's actually my fighter, but he's really good at it, right? But he's only 145 pounds. Then plus, Shawn don't want to hit our guy that hard, We got some work with Andre Durrell. We got some work with Caleb Plant. We probably got a dozen rounds with Caleb Plant. We got a good 6 out of Andre Durrell. We got some work with Dennis Douglas. We got work with Tank.
Okay.
But it wasn't like we got to work with Andre Durrell for a whole entire week or 2 weeks. Or we got to work with Tank for 2 weeks or anything. Or we got to work with Dennis. It was like guys were switching in and out. Now, the only thing I can say in defense of that, not necessarily defense, but on the other side of that is Terence probably had the same problem. You can't find a Shawn Porter. So we couldn't find a Terence Crawford. If there's any one thing that I looked at in the camp that stands out, we couldn't find a Terence Crawford to spar with, but he couldn't find a Shawn Porter.
What were you looking for in those extra sparring partners if you could have got it? Was it speed? Was it power? What were you looking for out of those sparring?
In my guy, I had everything except he wasn't as big and strong as needed. My guy was able to switch. He switched sides seamlessly, and he goes from righty to southpaw to do southpaw, and he gave us really good work. But I needed bigger guys. Shawn needed bigger guys. He's a strong guy, and he just keep coming at guys. So he was wearing my guy down. I switch other guys out and things like that, and it's no knock against anybody. Everybody gave what they could give, but again, Terence probably should have had the same problem. He didn't find a Shawn Porter.
When you have a fighter like Terence that'll switch styles, how does that impact the Porter or any other fighter that you're training to go on the offense when they have this opponent over here switching styles? How does that impact you guys?
I'm not going to say it impacts us in a negative way if that's where you... No, I'm just saying if that's where if a guy has the ability, and Terence does, to switch and be a southpaw, switch and be a right-handed, and he does it well on both sides, he's a great fighter. That makes him great. Not a lot of people can do that, right? But the problem that they may incur is if you come in contact with someone who's been trained since they were this big, that when you switch, they have a certain thing they've been doing all of these years. Whereas everybody else you've been fighting are looking at your switch and trying to figure out, okay, what's he going to do now? But I got one guy that I've been working on this with since he's this big, right? He switched. You know what you're supposed to do right here, right?
So you already have a circle out.
So we expect the muscle memory just to kick in for something that he's been trained to do all of his life.
Kenny, do you think has Shawn's role as an analyst? Do you think that's helped him at all in the ring with the
He says it has. He says it has. I think it became a problem for us. I think it became a problem, not that he was away too much or anything like that. It's great. It never came a problem like that. But I think it became a problem for us. Sometimes we're doing stuff in the gym and he wants to tell me, see, what I saw right here in this particular situation, and I need to be moving this way. And I said, okay, listen, Are you analyzing or are you going to box today? Well, I'm just saying that, we're a team, so from my perspective of right here, and I'm like, this dude being an analyst right now, right? I said, I'll tell you what, here's what I want you to do. Since that's what you're going to do, Shawn, I said, here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow when we come, I'm going to let you take over this workout session today, but tomorrow when we come back, I'm going to need you to follow up on the things we did today tomorrow and build off of them, and then the next day, and build off of those into the next day, and then build off of those into next week. I ain't gonna be able to do all that. I said, okay, then let me go ahead and be this coach right now. Because that's what people don't understand in that situation. See, the things that I got you doing on Monday, I have to still continue to do those, build on that foundation on Tuesday, right? And then I have to continue to build on that on Wednesday, right? And then Thursday, right? And then, since Shawn is in excellent shape, he doesn't work out on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you're off that weekend. When we come back Monday, I got to start all over again because some of those things may have been forgotten, right? Yeah. How many boxers going to want to do that? They're not going to want to do that.
Right.
No. So you don't want to take that role on as to be the coach, right? Right? You don't want to be that guy.
Right,
and you can't. You just can't be that guy that says, oh, my wait is over, but I'm going to lie to myself and say, no, you can't lie to yourself, dude. I need to see your weight. You can, right? I need to see it. The coach needs to see it, right? I need to know how much you're drinking. I need to know how much you're eating. Are you eating on time? Are you resting? Boxers can't do that.
Right.
How much rest did you get last night?
They have to be monitored.
What do you need someone to oversee those things.
So did you hear anything in Bud's voice from the press conference? Any psychological edge? Because I thought I did. His tone. As a coach and being around fighters.
When you started with the question, I was just going to ask you what you picked up out of it. I was going to ask you, so go ahead and tell me what you got.
No, because maybe it could have been Shawn, since he's been training as a commentator. His voice sounds so strong and for sure.
Oh, okay.
And then Buzz was very weak and timid. Like, I don't know if that's his character.
I don't think weak and timid
maybe
in the same sentence with that man. I squared up with him. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like, we was closer than me and you.
But the psychological...
And it was dark.
Right.
Wasn't nobody else there.
But the psychological warfare.
That dude's a killer, man.
Right, I understand.
No, flat out. Like, he did not back down. He balled up both his fists. He looked at me, and he's still here like this.
That's what we want. That's what we want against Shawn.
That's what we want.
Because we can force him into mistakes with a double jab and a right hand down the pipe.
Right hand. You heard it.
And then once he try to switch and throw some, we want to throw him so we can get close to him.
Nice. Just so y'all know,
we want him to.
We have a history. He's given me tips before. I respect what he's saying. I'm not playing with him. I respect what he's saying. So I take all of that into account. My mother used to say, you can learn something from a baby if you listen. So I take all the information.
Amen. How is your relationship? Are you the greatest father-son team in history?
I never thought about that. I'm going to say right now we are the greatest father-son in history. Not because of boxing, because of this right here. See, no matter what, however ESPN spent it and showed me coming at Shawn and you got to do what I say and right? There was probably a whole bunch of other things leading up to that before I got to that point, but they're only going to clip what they want to clip, right? But it doesn't matter because here's the most... When you said the greatest father and son, here's the greatest thing about it, dude. The greatest thing about it is my son will live with me till he was 27 years old. When he moved out and bought his first house, It is 0.8 miles away from my house. I'm like, dude, why you buy a house so close to me? I thought it'd be cool to live close to you, right? Right? So a little more than a year ago, he bought another house. He sends me a text message, he said, come to this address. I'm like, this address, why, dude? He's like, I bought a house. Why don't you come see it? I walk out my door, and I look at the GPS, and the house is right across the street from me. Dude, why you buy a house across the street from me? Because I thought it'd be cool to live next to my dad. So now I can, out of my bedroom window, look at my son's house, or out of my kitchen, have coffee, and look at my son right out of my kitchen window. My little G-man, that's what I call my grandsons. My little G-man get to ride their motorized vehicles around the house, or my dog walks to Shawn's house every day when I walk him. He drives me because he loves to go play with the kids. That's the greatest part of the father and son. So, yeah, that part of it, absolutely. The boxing part of it, championship, winning this.
That's a bonus.
It's a bonus. Exactly.
Being a dad is everything. So needless to say, your relationship has grown and flourished over these years of working and training together, boxing and training together.
I would definitely say that. You know, again, it was funny, you know, because you asked about the analyzing thing? You asked about the analyzing. It was funny that day when he said that to me. I'm like, this dude sounds like an analyst right now, you know. But yeah, absolutely. And you know, like dude, like I said, like sometimes I go to my door and Shawn just came right over with his little boys on their little motorized vehicle. Dude, that makes my day. It don't get no better than that for me. You know, it just doesn't get any better than that. So that, if we had to go through all those thousands of miles of running, all those thousands of rounds of hitting bags, and all those thousands of rounds of sparring, and all of these rounds in the amateurs, and all those tournaments all over the place, just to get to the point that we live right next door to each other, and I can walk out of my house and see him, or he can walk over with his babies, it was worth it.